Perhaps the most well-known case of the successful application of medical entomology occurred 100 years ago. Based on not yet completely accepted research suggesting that mosquitoes were the source of malaria and yellow fever, Colonel William Gorgas set out to eradicate the mosquito population in the Panama Canal Zone. He was eventually quite successful, ending mortality from the diseases. Unfortunately, it was at the cost to the environment of 700,000 gallons of crude oil per year, and the entire United States supply of sulfur, as well as other chemicals. Success at such environmental costs would be unthinkable today. The Coachella Valley has always been a land of stark contrasts. Mostly below sea level, it is generally the hottest and driest place in the United States. Yet it is at the same time an agricultural cornucopia and one of the most popular tourist destinations in the United States. Today's rapid growth, however, was not preordained. Constant growth of agriculture and resort facilities like golf courses and lakes meant increased irrigation, which in turn had propelled insects like the eye gnat from a mere nuisance to a health-threatening epidemic. Beyond just making life unlivable, the eye gnat, for example, spread pink eye throughout school-age populations. Some schools were closed day after day. The eye gnat swarmed everyone outdoors, and when they found a tasty open wound, they would work to keep it from healing. Mulla was born in Afghanistan and came to the United States to study medicine. He took his first entomology course at Cornell and decided to combine both interests in a relatively new field, medical entomology.
40 or 50 years ago, if you came out here to stand like this, you could not. You'd be attacked by hundreds and thousands of mosquitoes. At that time, when the eye gnat problem was really boiling over, there were such a severe infestations in the valley. The Coachella Valley Mosquito and Vector Control District came to UCR to seek their help in terms of research and development of control methodologies. And that is when I was approached to see if I would come to UCR and initiate research on the control of eye gnats and mosquitoes in this valley.
Mulla was faced with two challenges simultaneously: the necessary immediate reduction of pest populations, even though new research across campus in soil science was revealing that pesticides like DDT, once thought miraculous, were in reality nightmares, depositing residues in soils with slow but disastrous consequences to the environment. Mulla's solution was literally to study every possible avenue of control simultaneously and rule none out.
The project was really immense. There were so many problems in this valley, both on mosquitoes and eye gnats, but we kept our research going on to attack the problem from many angles.
With his graduate students and collaborators, he used the biochemistry of insect attractants to make traps irresistible. He helped to develop safer and more effective insecticides. He applied integrated pest management to irrigation and cultivation practices to reduce attractive breeding grounds. And he established biocontrol programs to discover and propagate harmless creatures that would feed on the pests they found. And Mulla was successful. His broad range of partial solutions have added up to vector insect reduction by 80% or more.
When I started my research on solving the eye gnat problem, we had only 6 golf courses and country clubs. Today, we have over 115 golf courses and country clubs. The golf courses provide ideal habitat for the eye gnats. We developed several strategies, and these strategies include farming practices, use of irrigation water, and also the use of attractants, either with toxicants or using attractants in trapping. To date, I would say that we have put a tremendous dent in the eye gnat populations From the earlier days to the present day, I think we have reduced the populations in general by 95 to 98%.
But he's had an invaluable partner through the decades. The Coachella Valley Mosquito and Vector Control District encouraged him and provided both research facilities and rigorous application of promising eradication measures throughout the valley. The partnership between UCR and the district has only grown as Mulla's successes stacked up. Today, new residents settle in and visitors come and go without any knowledge of the decades of research and the day-to-day persistence that has made the Coachella Valley livable at all. Agriculture thrives, but water use per acre is far reduced, thanks in part to Mulla's environmental research. Safe larvicides and pesticides are used only when absolutely necessary. As a whole Noah's Ark of beneficial aquatic creatures consume the mosquito before it ever flies. The gnat is hardly noticeable anymore, for where it could breed, more often it can't, and where it does, it's seduced to an untimely death. All this has been made possible thanks to Mulla and his district partners. Today, Mulla, despite retirement, still advises the district, conducts field and laboratory research, and consults worldwide. He's currently chief scientist for Thailand's effort to eliminate the ubiquitous and crippling eye fly. The Coachella Valley Mosquito and Vector Control District has learned that when it comes to disease vectors, there can be no sleep. New diseases emerge, old ones evolve. They have constructed on their grounds a facility unique in the United States, dedicated to ongoing research of biocontrol methods and the propagation of successful ones for continued application valley-wide. On April 6, 2006, they dedicated the facility to the scientist who instilled such forethought into the institution, S. Mulla.
He has helped make Coachella Valley a place where people want to live, work, and recreate.
He jumped right in and he got to work and he did his job, and that's what counted. As far as, results, you can't argue with success.
Let me tell you that I've had a tremendous cooperation from the officials and the Board of Trustees of the Coachella Valley Mosquito and Vector Control District and the public in the valley supporting my research and encouraging me to continue doing research in this valley. Today, I'm very happy and pleased to see a very substantial building that would house research on the biological control of gnats, mosquitoes, and other vectors in this valley.
Mulla is logical heir to the energies of Colonel Gorgas of the Panama Canal, but far more aware of environmental costs. He is one of UC Riverside's most outstanding examples of research that works for people everywhere.